Daly's Place is many things. It's an entertainment venue, an indoor practice field, an artistic expression of its surroundings, a statement to the rest of the sports world, and an amazing addition to Jacksonville. It's also an enigma. Daly's Place is comprised of mostly just steel and fabric, which makes it seem as if it should be a fairly simple build, right? Oh no, it's not. Instead, it's an incredibly complex structure, which lacks a single piece of steel perpendicular to another. Everything they've drawn on paper and drawn to life outside Everbank Field is pushing old boundaries and setting new standards. Angles flow in every direction. The straight steel lines are framed by long steel cylinders, which will all be joined with a fabric roof in a way that's never been done before. The more you look, the more you see, which is exactly the point, according to architect Thom Chuparkoff, who led his design team through the rabbit hole to a design the Jags owner Shad Khan called iconic.
We presented multiple options for what this covered flex field and amphitheater could be, and we honestly might have shown 3 or 4 previous iterations of this, and this is the one that got Mr. Khan excited because he knew that it was iconic for Jacksonville, and he knew that it would extend the vitality of Jacksonville with an extension of the bridges and the scoreboards, and it's a part of who he is and what the Jacksonville Jaguars are.
The folks at Populous in Kansas City are working feverishly with the Hunt Danis team on the ground in Jacksonville to get it done. The design has evolved daily and involved hundreds of people across multiple time zones and even continents. That they can see the end in sight of such a huge, complex project in under a year's time is another story altogether.
This is probably one of the most complicated structures I've ever put together.
Why?
I mean, you can just look at the roof, man. First of all, we put the roof on the underside of the structure. That's a one-off. That doesn't happen. Our architect's worst enemy is water. We don't want this thing to rain on the players when they're practicing, or the city patrons when they're having a city event in there. It's just every single piece is different. There is not one perpendicular piece of steel on that structure, and everything was premeditated, calculated, and engineered so it went together precisely.
If there is wonder in the eyes and the voice of a man who has seen every drawing and overseen the selection and production of the materials, what will you feel when you first walk into Daly's Place? It's a good bet you'll be wonderstruck by a project that sounded simple, but through your eyes, your senses will be overwhelmed. For Jaguars.com, I'm Brian Sexton.